I always had a little bit of interest in technology, and just enough to kind of dabble in it. And so just over the years, typically being one of the younger people in the newsroom and knowing how to use a computer, provided me with the opportunity to kind of do some web stuff. I discovered I wasn't a super great reporter. I was a much better writer than I was a reporter, and so that kind of directed me in certain areas of following interests in graphics or following interests in what's sometimes called alternative storytelling, or doing stuff on the web. And so that's basically been my, in a nutshell, it's been my career path.
So not really like really high tech or programming kind of.
No, and actually, in truth, I feel a little bit deficient, and I feel self-conscious that I'm not as proficient in programming as sometimes I feel like I should be, and so it's actually something I'm trying to spend more time to get a handle on. I'm very it's the sort of thing where I understand how it works.
Yeah.
I understand the kind of the grammar, what it can do, but when it comes to actually sitting down and writing it, I'm an amateur.
Do you recommend that journalists to get some training on the programming side?
I think every journalist needs to be proficient with the tools of the trade. And so certainly you need to know how to use your computer, and I don't mean necessarily to be a programmer, but you need to understand how to use it. And you'd be surprised at how many people really don't know 90% of what their computer can do, and just on a basic level. So I think that's fundamental. But I think more to the question that you're getting at, what I've said to people, and I kind of need to take my own advice, is don't be mediocre at everything. Find something to be excellent at. And it doesn't really matter what it is, because there's a role for any of that. So, be an excellent voice for radio, or be an excellent audio editor, or be an excellent shooter, or an excellent video editor, or an excellent writer. And if you can be excellent in more than one thing, all the better. But I don't necessarily think that every reporter here also needs to be a programmer. We do have a reporter here who is a programmer and is also at law school at night, which I just can't possibly comprehend. And he's great, but I guarantee you that I have no interest in him shooting, like my wedding, because it won't turn out. But that's okay. He has his skill set that he's really good at. And so that's kind of what I think. And I kind of liken it to I don't want to write anyone's paper. Can I buy that doll? Unless you plan on buying the doll. If you have a number of skills across, shooting photos, shooting video, editing video, so on and so forth, know something about as many as you can, but be deep in some area.
Yeah.
And have sort of a T-shaped expertise where you're really deep in an area. And I think that will serve people well. You need that foundation layer, but I think if you can go deep in an area, it's good.